What is up, everybody? This is Brandon on Brandon Coin, and I am back with your daily mining news. And this is not exactly new news. I just haven't brought it up in any of the past days, but Bitmain's new $12,000 cryptocurrency miner might be useless by the time it ships. And what they're talking about is Bitmain came out with a ASIC miner to mine Monero. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. But I'll just try to summarize this a little bit. Bitcoin mining titan Bitmain has launched a new ultra-powerful cryptocurrency miner specifically designed for the Kryptonite hashing algorithm, which powers privacy-oriented coins like Monero and Bitcoin. But there is one massive problem. The device might be virtually obsolete by the time it starts shipping in May and June, especially to those interested in mining Monero. The so-called Antminer X3 ASIC, application-specific integrated circuit mining rig, will offer an impressive 220 kilohash at 550 watts. Bitmain intends to ship the machine in two batches, one in May and one in June. Customers can purchase the first batch for $11,999 or wait for the second batch where the price drops to $7,599. But regardless which option you go for, there's a high chance that the miners will be practically useless by the time they arrive at your house. Bitmain's released a bunch of stuff. Anyway, I can just summarize it. I read the rest of the article. I'll link the article down below if you want to go check it out. It's on thenextweb.com, but link below. Basically what it comes down to is Monero is going to do a fork. And when they fork, it's going to change the algorithm up to where these ASICs will be useless and they won't be able to mine them. So if anybody out there watching this right now, which I highly doubt you would be, because I doubt a bunch of ASIC miners watch a GPU miner, but we're all miners, so maybe there is some ASIC miner guys out there. If there is, go ahead and comment down below and tell me what ASICs you are running. This really stinks for y'all, because basically you just bought a brick. Because if Monero forks and you can't mine with it, I can't imagine somebody paying $12,000 for a piece of hardware that by the time it gets to your doorstep is useless. That's worse than buying a GTX 1080 for $1,000 right now and having it make only $1 a day. Because at least it makes something. That would be like, God, that'd be like buying 12 GTX 1080 Ti's, and then when they get to your doorstep, they can't do nothing. Rough stuff. So anyway, let's jump on to the daily profits or losses. Just updated everything, but pretty much Bitcoin's up a little bit more. So our profits on the Ethereum stuff kind of stayed the same, which would be our GTX 1050 Ti, the 1060, the RX 560, and the RX 580. But the Equihash stuff jumped up a little bit more, just because, I don't know, it did, you know. Anyway, but they're making 51 cents on the 1052 gig and $1.64 on the 1088 gig. Oh, and then also somebody wanted me to include my CPU on here. I do mine with this on my main system when I'm not currently using it. It's a FX 8320 processor. It's only making about 23 cents a day mining Kryptonite. It gets about 260 hashes. I don't have it overclocked. And I did look up the TDP and I calculated my power costs. By the way, all these power costs are calced at 0.09. All these are calculated at 9 cents per kilowatt, just for y'all's information. But even at 9 cents per kilowatt, which is pretty cheap for a residential area, it's still burning more electricity than it's actually making. I'm losing 3 cents a day by mining with that. But I believe in Bitcoin, and I believe it's you know, low right now, so I think it's going to go up. So I'm going to hold my coins, and it will be worth more in the future. I'm just more worried about getting those satoshis. So I'm okay with mining at a loss on a couple things if I'm still making a profit on others. Basically, if I can pay my electric bill, I'm going to keep on mining. So yeah, if you want to take a look at more in depth than this, just go ahead and pause it right here. And if you don't, then let's go on to the next thing. We do have an official Reddit up. It's reddit.com/r/BrandonCoin. Link for this will also be down below, but I'm going to start featuring, like I used to on my old forums, one rig a day. So go ahead and post your rig up on there, and you know, whatever's upvoted that I have not already reviewed or looked at, then I'll post it up, and we'll get to do a feature on it. But this is from Crypto Aussie. He said, let the try mining start. 3x3 cubes with a try miner in each, CPU, GPU, and HD. I think he meant to say HDD. I know most will say waste of money, blah blah blah, but this is a hobby for me that makes me some money as well. Time to put some 4 RX 578 gigs and 4 10 terabyte hard drives. So it looks like he's just gonna set up, like, boom, tons of rigs in here, which is a really cool idea. I don't know how it will do for heat, because well, I guess it's just blowing the heat out of there, so it might be fine. And he's gonna put like card. Need to get you some cards, man. Can't make no money without no graphics cards. But I really do like the setup. It's gonna be really clean, and other than, well, by the time you get this all filled up, you won't be able to see all the cables behind it, so it should be fine. It should look really good. FE8 featured on 3-20-18. Thank you for your post. Please keep us updated. Thank you. So basically what I want to encourage people to do is kind of like, you know, maybe keep like a little build log in here, and also I encourage you to check out other people's stuff and comment on theirs, and it's always cool to get ideas from other people. So, you know, there's definitely not necessarily a wrong way to do it, but yeah. So thank you for that. I appreciate it, Crypto Aussie. And what I wanted to look at is this is the FX8320 processor I was talking about. I'm mining on my desktop, but don't buy these things new. I actually built this new desktop rig for like pennies on the dollar. See, these things are still like 100 to 150 bucks if you would buy them new. I bought mine on eBay and I won it for $30. So it's actually not a bad CPU just for doing you know, daily tasks on it. It handles it pretty well. But don't go see that, you know, in the beginning and be like, oh, I'm gonna go buy one of those new. If you're gonna buy one used. So yeah, don't be paying that much for one of those. And then a lot of people were asking me what splitter was I using on my desktop rig, because I am using a 4 splitter and it does work on Windows, not on Simple Miner for some reason. But this is the Ubit PCI splitter, and I really have no problems with it. I'll install this into the PCI slot, and then I put one card on it and boot up into Windows, make sure that card gets recognized if it needs a driver's update, blah blah blah. Then I turn the whole system down, plug the second one in. While the first one's still plugged in, I basically just add one at a time until it's full, and I haven't had any problems with it. I've been running it now for, I don't know, a couple weeks, maybe a little bit more. So I'll also put a link for this down below in the description. They're like 35 bucks. This is awesome for computers that don't have a lot of PCI slots, so you can squeeze a couple extra cards on there so you can afford to buy something else. So yeah, that's a quick little video for today. Not a whole lot going on in the market, so man, I just hope these coins go up. I'm ready for it. I really am. So thank you guys for watching. This is Brandon. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Adios.